摸了摸自己的这个脑袋然后这个虽然击杀不多，但是带节奏带得好为什么说圈内对于巴岛的这个结论就是他选兽王非常的稳不但是自己的心比较稳，队友的心也比较稳。那这场比赛哪怕是送出一血也依然是可以给自己带来一个团队上的胜利，这就是非常不错的。好的，双方第2场的比赛，在我们稍事休息之后马上回来，即将为大家带出。稍事休息，马上回来。
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's time for game number 2 of this best of 3. It's Orange Esports versus LGD China. Yesterday, we saw LGD International take down Invictus Gaming. They avenged themselves for the G League Season 2 finals loss they suffered at IG's hands, and they have moved forward through this round of the playoffs. Can LGD China join their international brethren? That's what we're about to find out. With that all out of the way, we're going to jump right into the lobby for game number 2. The draft is underway. Winter, of course, joining me once again for the cast.
Wow, that was such an impressive first game, I have to say.
During the break, Winter was just messaging me on Skype saying, LGD, wow, Imba, what the hell? How do you beat this team? Director 8, can I have your babies? Well, he didn't say that last part, but I'm sure Zhao Ji is saying that after that game. My goodness, what a performance.
Yeah, the Beastmaster was definitely the MVP of the last game, without doubt.
I do like the fact that LGD has banned Visage, because Orange is 12-1 with this hero.
You don't go against the stats, LD. 13-1 Visage.
Every team needs a stats man. Even LGD. And this is where I'm actually curious, Winter, do you know anything about the arrangement with Long DD for that team?
Not really sure about it, but for what I can tell you now is I'm worried for Orange because they gave up the Darkseer to LGD again.
Yeah, well, I'm just thinking maybe Long DD is sort of that X factor for this team as the coach.
Can he stand behind the players? I don't think so, right?
Not during the games, but it would just be more in terms of preparing for matches. Because if you look at pretty much any other competitive sport, coaches are just sort of a fact of life.
Coaches are some of the game's deciding factors.
Right, because if you're on the team, you get that tunnel vision, right? You're kind of caught up in the moment. Even if you're a captain, you study replays. It can be hard to kind of separate yourself and your emotions.
Especially if you're Orange and you took such a devastating loss the last game. If you have someone just to come over and tell you what went wrong in the game, it would have been so much better for the team.
And I imagine if they don't do it at the event, they can certainly do it from day to day. But with all that being said, that's just sort of idle speculation and curiosity for me.
For now, Orange has one of their favorite duo supports, Shadow Demon Sand King.
A classic combo and a very aggressive combo. Orange, they love to run this with the Windrunner in a tri-lane. The problem is they can't get the Windrunner.
They mostly run it with Lashrock as the position 3, this combo. Because it's much stronger.
Yeah, I mean, you have a much better follow-up support.
If LGD understands that, I mean, if they know about this, they would ban the Windrunner plus the Lashrock.
And then Orange is going to be not in a pickle, but they'll be taken out of their comfort zone for sure.
Yeah, true.
Because if you're up against the Darkseer, I mean, if you run a defensive tri-lane, he just goes to jungle, and he gets a lot of golden experience out of the jungle. He can be in the lane if he wants, but against Sand King Shadow Demon +1, it can be difficult. If you run an offensive tri-lane and you have a strong solo like an anti-mage or a lone druid, even a gyrocopter, you can maybe shut down the Darkseer and shut down their farmer, or at least trade with the Darkseer and shut down their farmer. But if they go this way, they'll trade with the carry and Darkseer will get farm in the jungle. If they run the defensive tri-lane, and they might be forced into that if they can't get their hands on the Windrunner. Because
they might run a defensive tri-lane if they don't get the Lashrock as well. Then they would, I think we'll probably just start with pulling creeps for the first 2 or 3 minutes, then proceed on to their smoke ganks.
And the question is, will it work? Now, Xiao 8, as much as we were praising his fantastic item selection, the team's overall movement, he did get caught out a few times last game, and it's entirely possible he could overextend mid.
It's hard to play a totally perfect game, but overall he did very well the last game.
I'm sorry, I'm just reading the stream chat. Oh, it's good to have it back on the monitor, but that's neither here nor there. LGD Gaming, they've got that 4th ban available. What do you ban here? You mentioned the Leshrac.
Leshrac, yeah, definitely Leshrac.
Okay, if let's say they don't ban that, what would be the next hero you want to get rid of?
Probably the Gyro. But if they can pick up the Gyro for themselves, it's gonna be a good set of heroes with a vacuum into the cooldown as well.
And they do have the first pick coming out of this stage, so if they leave Gyro in the pool, they can slap him up.
They don't want the Obsidian Destroyer, the Outworld Destroyer.
Mushi getting more respect. I'm actually, I'm actually interested teams ban Batrider against Orange because I feel like as amazing of a mid player as Mushi is, I think Batrider is one of his worst mids.
Shots fired.
He's a fantastic. He's not a bad Batrider. It's just compared to his other solos.
So you're saying a team should purposely give them the Batrider?
Well, I guess the question is maybe they would try and run Ohio on it and just get greedy and run him in the jungle or something like that. But I think if you put Mushi on Bat, he just doesn't get as much done as he does with other heroes.
Yeah, I understand. It doesn't suit his flair as well as playstyle, but LGD is going to show them the true ways of the anti-mage. Whether will they be successful or not, only time will tell.
And it's a bold pick, because they do it against a Shadow Demon, which often can be the bane of the anti-mage's existence. No fear here.
No problem, BKBs.
We'll see. There's Demonic Purge available. What is Mushi going to play this game? Again, I feel like something like a Puck would be so great.
They would opt for going for the TA, Templar Assassin, because TA is very good against anti-mage. Although he might have some trouble from the Iron Shell, but I think there's a possibility they will still go for the TA because how well TA deals with anti-mage.
I guess the one concern is you're up against Darkseer and...
Yeah, but Sand King TA, there's a lot of killing power with those two heroes.
It gives Orange a really potent mid-game, that's for sure.
They might not pick it here right now yet. Maybe they could pick offlane hero first for Ohio.
The other nice thing is if we see something like a Xiao 8 Beastmaster mid or his melee lane controllers.
I think it's gonna be a Furion or Leshrac. Still Leshrac.
Well, Winter,
it's gonna be the tri-lane.
I think you might know your RNG sports here. No surprises really. They go for the Leshrac. They now have this.
It's gonna be their tri-lane.
If the one issue is they can't really smoke with this tri-lane, because if they do, they're leaving a Leshrac alone.
They are not going to smoke in this tri-lane. They're gonna sit in the lane and make sure Syla doesn't farm. You know what happens when Syla farm.
Well, does LGD just try to dodge this tri-lane then? Maybe they send anti-mage bottom.
LGD will fight. They will fight with the Jakiro and Rubik. Defensive supports.
Yeah, strong defensive supports. Particularly the Rubik here will be crucial. If they go in, they disrupt someone, you can just lift. Ideally the Sand King, maybe the Leshrac, and then look to disengage.
And LGD is a team which they are so confident in their defensive tri-lane. You want to come challenge my lane, they'll just fight with you. They won't do something like they start a smoke gang bottom or hide behind the offlane hero at bottom and gang bottom. They won't do stuff like that. They will just fight you head on.
I would really love to see like a Puck for Mushi and then a Gyrocopter for KYXY.
Somehow I feel they're gonna pick TA. My gut is telling me they're gonna pick TA.
It's certainly a Mushi hero, so it would not surprise me in the slightest. I'd be excited to see it. They'll go Tinker! Wow.
I think this is a safe lane hero, Tinker. Probably.
And who's gonna go mid then? It almost has to be a TA.
It's either the KYXY can play Leshrac or Tinker, but according to their recent games, I think Ohio will play the Leshrac, then Tinker will be played by KYXY because Mushi doesn't play Tinker. So the last hero is Mushi's hero.
And you look at Orange, they have all spell damage right now. I feel they really need some physical damage to do with anti-mage if this game drags on.
TA. Physical damage, solo mid.
That can go with mid. It's pretty much TA. That's the only option. I can't actually think of another solo mid that does big physical damage. It could have been Lone Druid.
Maybe they'll pick SF. Maybe.
Oh.
Yeah, SF is also the other possibility. SF or TA.
Well, you don't know what... I guess the only concern is you don't know what LGD... Well, they get the last pick, so they'll see what LGD solo mid is, and then they can react accordingly. This is going to be very interesting. There is still a Gyro in the pool.
I'm trying to go inside their brains to see what else they have in mind.
You know, I wouldn't mind a Gyro this game, either. I still think it'd be a pretty strong pick.
I don't think they'll pick Gyro. I don't think so. Highly doubt so.
Okay. No. Well, they'll ban Clockwork for LGD, which I suppose Xiaowei does take mid on occasion. Their Kunkka also banned out. I'm not sure what else there is. There's a
I think it's
Beastmaster.
either the TA or the SF. I don't think they'll pick anything else other than the two.
For Orange, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, they definitely need physical damage. That much is clear. As for LGD, Beastmaster's in the pool.
Yeah, Beastmaster again maybe?
That's kind of the obvious choice. Is there anything else you can think of that they might go for here?
Don't think so. Magnus, but I don't think so. It's either the Puck or the Beastmaster. That's the most ideal pick. Wow, that hero is still in the pool. Seriously?
Oh man, against Tinker of all heroes.
Oh my god, yeah.
Even we missed it, Winter. We didn't even realize it.
Yeah, and Nyx Assassin is so good against Shadow Demon, Leshrac, and Tinker. Such a good pick.
It's good against all 4 of these heroes. They're all food for him. Maybe not Sankade, but the others definitely are. Oh god.
Tasty food for the big cockroach.
The way you said that just cracks me up. It's so good. RNG Sports. What are they gonna pull out of the hat here?
TA, come on.
Mushi, what's it gonna be, my friend? Extinct. Is Extinct doing the drafting, or is he just in the drafter seat?
Yeah, Extinct is doing the drafting.
Okay, because I know Mushi was for a while. 2 seconds. 1 second. TA! There you go. Winter called it. Well, Winter, you might as well play for Orange, since you apparently can predict their every single pick. My goodness.
Maybe I should.
Maybe they need you as their captain, but they'll have to pay for your services.
It feels like I'm drafting the heroes for them already.
Maybe you're on the phone with Extinct right now and secretly feeding him information through the broadcast. We're gonna have to get a camera shot of the DSL if we can to make sure you're not up to anything malicious. But with that being said, guys, it's a best of 3, and LGD China, they're the big dogs. They're back in form, and they're leading.
Ohio is playing the TA, LD.
No swap.
Mushi is playing. Hey, what?
Oh, is he doing a solo mid Sand King?
No, Sand King is solo mid.
Yes, Mushi has done this. He loves to run the Sand King mid against. Well, is he going mid? He's got
no,
protection.
no. Sand King is not solo mid. Ohio went for the eco build. 1 tango, 3 bunch.
Wow. Well, let's introduce the players. Then we can talk about these very unusual lanes, to say the least. For LGD China, they lead the best of 3 1-0. They, of course, are your defending G1 League Season 4 champions, your G1 League Season 5 second-place team. They have been one of the top dogs in China for a long time. International 2, third-place team, and more importantly, they're back in form. They're looking scary now. DDC on the Rubik. Sylar will be handling the anti-mage. Yao on the Darkseer. We'll have Xiaowei taking over the role of the Nyx and heading solo mid, and could have a really big game. DD on the Twin-Headed Dragon. And then on the other side, Winter, we've got the Malaysian sensations, your countrymen, RNG Sports.
Yes, my countryman. Extinct on the Leshrac, Matt on the Shadow Demon, Mushi on the Sand King, which means farming Sand King. That's not what we see every day. And KYX expected us. The Tinker should probably be the safe lane Tinker, and Ohio on the solo mid TA.
I haven't actually seen this matchup recently, but it's going to be a dark... Well, you might have a skirmish over the 0-minute rune.
Are they changing the lanes? Yeah, Darkseer is going middle, and NA is going bottom against the Tinker. Oh my god, the Tinker's not going to like this.
I don't know if...
Wow, this is such good lane placements by LGD.
And then that leaves our tri-lane, which is going to be the very defensive tri-lane you mentioned. Twin-Headed Dragon, Rubik, and Anti-Mage. Hard lane to find a kill.
It's very difficult to get a kill.
So my question for you, Winter, is do you give LGD just the outright edge in these lanes? Or do you think Orange could still do pretty well?
I think Orange can still do pretty well. They are very good in the laning phase. They can have the inferior matchup but still win the lanes.
They're thinking about going in on Sylar. They'll start off with the Split Earth. Why are they running the Sand King as a farmer in an offensive tri-lane? Is it for Caustic Finale? Just for an extra stun?
They want to give the Sand King the item, probably a faster dagger, but I think usually what they would do is they farm the Leshrac. But in this situation, because the enemy team has Nyx Assassin and Anti-Mage, it's very, very dangerous if you farm a Leshrac. Your Leshrac is just like what you said, food.
Yeah, Sand King's got mobility, and I mean, you mentioned the early dagger. Yeah. Maybe that's it, because if he gets an early dagger, heroes that want to sit back like Rubik, Twin-Headed Dragon.
And Mushi loves to play Sand King. It's just that people don't know that.
Meanwhile, middle lane, Yao is creep skipping the mid lane. This is rather bold play.
That's not his tower, man.
And I imagine he'll farm the small camp as well when he gets the opportunity. Maybe not yet. He'll put an Ion Shell on the creep. Unfortunately, the tower chooses to focus that creep, so it will die quickly, and takes a lot of splash damage here from Ohio.
He took a lot
top lane. Oh, thought we were going to have a skirmish. Made me nervous. Just a dual breath. to start things off. Mushi thinking about going in here on Sylar. The one thing is they're running a Shadow Demon tri-lane, but Sylar has not skilled
I
Mana
think
Burn
Sylar might even skill his spell shield right now, not skipping the mana break.
Yeah,
Because Shadow Demon.
there's no reason to get the Mana Break. Like, they're not going to find kills in this tri-lane unless Orange screw up. So he's better off just not taking it and farming. And, I mean, maybe even leave a skill point reserve if he wants.
Yeah, if you look at the other lanes, I think so far they're both pretty even, both the solo lanes.
And bottom lane, that was the one matchup where you said KYXY would not be happy. But end of the day, he is still a 600 range hero against, or sorry, 500 range hero against
the mana burn nerf really hurt the level 1 mana burn a lot.
Obviously, KYXY is still going to struggle to consistently have full mana, but he can just auto-attack the Nyx, and at least for the early levels, we'll be okay there. The one concern is he can't really keep him out of experience range.
Yao is actually losing a lot of last hits in middle.
It seems like the creep skipping did not really pan out.
It didn't really help him a lot. He took so much damage.
And now we're looking at an 11-5 Templar Assassin. Mushi also, he's gone Caustic Finale. He's not going to take any points in Sandstorm. Constant harassment on Sylar.
I think it's a good decision because Sandstorm doesn't help him too much. Wow.
Very manly play. I was actually looking at mid where there's also a bit of a dive going on, but
Yeah, if the Jakiro was level 2, I think they would have potentially gotten that kill because Extinct was in a bad position.
I really like how Sylar isn't skilling Mana Break here, and he's also just holding a point in reserve.
He won't skill his mana break. I think he's gonna take either stats or spell shield.
Maybe if he can find a kill, but otherwise I wouldn't see him doing it.
He has one reserve skill point. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's holding on to it for right now. Smart play by him. Mushi, well, he's about to hit level 3. He's a little bit close to the creeps, but should be okay.
It's gonna be the same situation as the last game. All the last hits, Mushi's gonna get lifted.
They'll lift him up, but he's not the one you want to go on. Not when he's got Burrow Strike. In fact, there's your disruption. Split Earth's there. It's going to connect. DDC could be in trouble. Burrow Strike over the top. First blood claimed, and without Mana Break.
They're gonna lose the Jakiro as well.
Oh, he's in trouble. Ice Path catches out 3. DD on the run. Cornered at the shop. He'll salve up. Immediately it gets canceled. And now a Split Earth actually going to miss, but DD tangoing deeper and deeper, most likely into his own demise. He'll be going down. Extinct. Double kill for Net. And Orange Esports off to a hot start here in Game 2.
Yeah, and they're winning the CS battle as well in both the solo lanes.
And now they're passing the magic bottle around the world, and Yao probably going to bottle Crow from the mid lane, which is a shorter trip. This gives Mushi his boots, it gives the Marina Basilius, very important in tri-lane versus tri-lane. And everybody else should have boots and maybe even a magic stick coming soon. They just won the tri-lane completely off of that fight.
Yeah, it was just... I guess DDC was just over eager to try and make something happen, but I felt that they could have just sit back and play passive and just farm and wait for Orange to engage on them.
Uh-oh. Bottle's just arrived for Xiao 8. He's looking for a stun bottom lane. But KYXY with the boots up already will be able to get away.
KYXY is so low already.
And he's really not having a good time in this lane. Farming well, 22 and 10, but being completely zoned out of the lane by Xiao 8.
Yeah, the mana burn is just so hard to deal with.
Let's see, does he have a bottle coming? He does. Bottle's there.
Look at Xiao 8. It's just completely chasing out.
Oh, they're going to go in DDC. They've disrupted him, but a beautiful telekinesis stun might be enough to turn this around. DDC is low. He'll go down. Sylar giving chase, but just cannot seem to find the kill. And the turnaround may come with a Mushi Burrow Strike. Cooling down soon. They won't engage.
Actually, I was actually quite surprised that Sylar didn't try to mana burn the Sand King. Because the Sand King stun wasn't ready yet.
Oh, beautiful play by Mushi. Burrow striking, stealing the creeps. Would have liked to see him apply Caustic Finale debuff to one of those first, but they're doing great in this tri-lane. Already up to 2150 net worth. And he's going to have Arcane Boots soon, which is going to be huge for this tri-lane.
If they get a very good start, their heroes will be able to carry through the mid-game with item advantage and level advantage.
If the game was even, or if Anti-Mage was ahead, I think Orange would be worried, but they're doing really well.
A lot of trouble. It's sort of like the similar situation of the last game where LGD's heroes are strong in the mid-game, weaker in the early phase. If they escape the early phase without much deficit, then Orange will be in a lot of trouble.
Sylar is going to be salving up and up to 900 gold, so he can work towards that next item soon. Mushi, Arcane Boots are up now. That's the big item. They can start to just spam nukes on the creep wave, push the wave, contest the pull, and really look to shut LGD's farm down.
Xiao 8 is there waiting for KYXY.
Under cover of Vendetta he is, but KYXY just hiding up the tower. Oh no. KYXY, don't do it. Well, it looks like he's going to dodge that Vendetta window. And
LD, I just realized. Look at the mixed assassins last hit and the Tinker. So big difference.
Yeah,
Wow.
he is at the end of the day a 500 range hero against a melee.
Wow.
But still, very impressive play.
I didn't expect him to lose so badly.
The one thing I'll say about KYXY is I feel like his item selections and skill builds are not always the best, but just in terms of his mechanics in the lane, he is winning.
Very good. He's a very good solo player.
Yeah, he is winning all of his matchups, at least from what I've seen. Well,
Wow, I didn't expect him to dominate his lane so badly.
well, maybe the Mana Burn nerf that you mentioned is having a bigger effect than we thought. They'll go in now on Sylar. Disrupt him to start. Burrow Strike not there. Beautiful telekinesis by DDC. It'll allow them to disengage.
Ouch. The disruption illusions, mana burning his teammates. Oh, Tinker almost died. Look at the KYXY. He's still standing in the lane with one B stick of life.
Even popped the Soul Rain there, I guess, to get off an additional nuke. They're going to go again on DDC. No, waiting. Just auto attacks. They really want to dive this, but...
Here comes the TA. Ogre.
Ogre, he's not going for the power treads, not maybe the drums, we'll see, but Net's gonna loop around now, and it could be trouble for Sylar.
Oh,
They'll start on him. Disrupt, Soul Catcher as well. No Burrow, again the lift by DDC, but it doesn't matter, they still catch Sylar, his own illusions, his own worst enemy, and now the chase is on. DDC isolated, he'll be next in line, and this all comes to fruition because Xiao 8 did not have mana, did not have a teleport scroll. Perfect time for LGD to go. Darkseer rotates top.
This is what happens when the director can't help his team.
You put him off lane, you don't give him rune control, and they suffer a bit. It's also just Darkseer mid doesn't really do much in these situations.
Look at the CS of the TA. He totally ignored the Darkseer in the lane, I would say, the Iron Shell.
You know, you remember before Templar Session actually got nerfed, when they increased the mana cost of Psyblades, of Refraction rather, and I think they actually nerfed the AoE. Oh, they're gonna go in top. Mushi taking tower shots to the face. Tower will go down, denied by Sylar. Now Xiao 8 comes in. Impale's gonna catch 2. Xiao 8 looking to turn this one around. He'll find 2. He'll find 3. And as soon as we question the director, he changes the script on us.
The director shows up, gets 3 kills. How about that?
Now let's be fair. Orange horribly overstayed their welcome there. They were all low.
They were too greedy. They tried to get the tower. The tower was so low.
As much as we want to praise the director, that was also just really questionable play by Orange.
Yeah. And I always remember Mushi telling us never get greedy with towers. I guess he's gonna be very mad at that.
Well, it's something that I think a lot of players will understand and agree with, but it's another thing to actually live by it. When the tower's low, like just one more hit, one more round of auto attacks, we'll get the tower.
You always say, I'm gonna farm just this one more creep, and then the next